everybody and welcome back to X Factor. Chef's Choice. UK decided, or actually you decided. Have you ever noticed the passive-aggressive title of their show? You decide. We don't actually care that much anyway, and that way you're to blame for any bad placement in the end. But I've already talked about the disappointing selection, in my opinion, in my top 6 video of all the songs. You can watch that here if you like, but the decision has been made, and I think it was the best one. So let's talk about Michael Rice and his version of Bigger Than Us. As usual, I will start with the positive things. Michael has a great voice for this kind of song, and he has it under control mostly. There were some pitchy notes here and there, nonetheless. The best thing about his performance, though, was surely his confidence. The first few seconds of the song, he seemed to be nervous, but after that he stood strong, and he showed that he likes to be on the stage, and that he stands behind the song. And it all felt very authentic. Not everybody will respond well to his rather expressive way of performing that felt a little hectic at times, but it's authentic for him, and I appreciate that. The song itself is easy on the ears, a simple pop ballad that's well made in the studio version, but especially in the live version you have to see the generic nature of it. And that's why I would actually put the song in my negatives. So what's bad? As I said, it sounds like the X Factor songwriting machine spit out a new song. I don't want to bash X Factor. I enjoy that show, and especially last year they had brilliant acts that wrote amazing original songs themselves. But Bigger Than Us is very how to make a song lesson 1. And if you send a regular pop song to Eurovision that doesn't stand out by other genres of music, interesting personalities or stories, intriguing performances or whatever, then it needs to stand out through the song itself. And this one rather blends in with the background. Now, what would I do if I were head of delegation for the UK? I would use the time they have for a revamp of the song. And by that I don't mean throwing some electronic drum beats and synthesizers on it, but actually rewriting some of the melodies to make it more unique and make the instrumental a bit more natural. Just make it sound less like it's been made by a robot is what I mean. Also, I don't like his outfit. If he chose it himself, okay, but if it was a stylist recommending it, get another one. For the staging I would start small and then make it as big as possible towards the end. Make it feel bigger than us. Use the LED screens and use the lights to make this explode. The UK proved that they can be creative and original with Lucy Jones's performance. That was severely underrated in my opinion. Get that team back and make it work. So overall, would I say it's a top or a flop? It's quite hard to say, because I would actually compare this to Germany last year. Michael Schulte's song was quite generic as well, at least in the melody and the instrumental, but in the end it was a very well-rounded package with a great performance, and it came out well in the end. But the difference is that Michael Rice didn't write the song, and you can feel that. There was so much more personality in Michael Schulte's song, and there was something charming in Michael Schulte's reserved way of performing. So there are important things missing in Bigger Than Us that are needed to get the votes. So that's all I have to say for now about UK's song. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. And of course I will be reviewing all the upcoming songs of the weekend from Australia, Italy and Montenegro as well. So please subscribe to my channel if you want to watch these reviews as well. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.